Hey everybody, welcome to Lex's Lounge, and I figured I'd talk a little bit about this Brett Kavanaugh nomination thing, because I'm sitting here on like the third full day of wall-to-wall coverage on it. I'm frickin' up in Canada, and I can't even open up Canadian news without the American Supreme Court Justice nominee taking up like half the screen in terms of the news. So I figured I'd talk about it maybe from a little bit of a less partisan, more neutral Canadian perspective, just because, it really looks like among the commentators in the US, there's even more partisanship than normal regarding this guy. People are either going full tilt against him or full tilt for him, and there's very little analysis of his situation that's kind of unemotional and fair. So here's my 2 cents on it. Should this guy get nominated? And the answer is no, he shouldn't be the Supreme Court Justice. But is it about his sexual assault and the allegation against Dr. Ford there? No, it shouldn't be about that at all. To me, that entire thing plays well politically, and that's why the Democrats on the Judicial Committee and elsewhere are pursuing it. But in reality, it's totally meaningless. It's a red herring. Nobody should have to answer for allegations made by a single person with no corroborating witnesses from 36 years ago, where there's no proper date and time provided. I happen to agree with Brett Kavanaugh in his opening statement where he talks about how it's a dangerous standard to basically start piling allegations on people and expecting them to answer to those allegations without any kind of real evidence or anything like that. But I think that the reason that Brett Kavanaugh shouldn't be nominated comes down to Merrick Garland. The person who took the Supreme Court nomination process in the United States to this dark place was Mitch McConnell, and he did it in 2015 when he wouldn't give President Obama's nominee a fair hearing, even though the president had the constitutional right to nominate somebody, and if that person was a reasonable nomination, that person should have gotten a hearing. So it was Mitch McConnell who took things to this ultra weird, no rules kind of place, and that's where it is now. So I disagree with Brett Kavanaugh in regards to his assertion that the reason that this is happening to him has something to do with pent-up anger from 2016. It's not pent-up anger from 2016, it's pent-up anger from the Merrick Garland situation, at least as far as I can see. But yeah, this is getting pretty out of hand. Here in Canada, we appointed a new Supreme Court justice roughly a year ago, and it got like 2 little articles somewhere. It wasn't heavily covered at all. Yet, like I said, on Canadian news, I cannot get away right now from this American Supreme Court nominee. And yeah, I do feel bad for the guy and what he's gone through, and I think it's very unfair. But then on the flip side, I also don't think he should get nominated, and it has nothing to do with him. It has to do with events that took place before he was the nominee. Hopefully, if he does get nominated, the Republicans are punished thoroughly in Congress because they certainly deserve punishment. Certainly, Mitch McConnell deserves punishment. And I know he is probably the one who won't get it, but I really, really am keeping my fingers crossed that he might someday. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on that whole thing. Subscribe, hit that like button. We'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.